everyone, my name is Karina and welcome to a day in my life as a vet student. So now I am at Cartel, which is also known as the Cat Hotel here in UMK FPV, and today we have cats around that I'm going to show you how we do their work and how we go about our day. These are the cats that we have for today. Hi guys, so we are on our first physical examination with Macha. And she is acting with us today as Isabel. Look at her face. Okay, no, man, just look at the video. Vijana. Wait, let's take a cuter picture. Yeah. Hi guys, so we are back in Cartel with doggies. So now we're gonna feed them their food. Yeah.
Hey everyone! Welcome to the very first episode of Season 4 IVSA Kelantan Listen Up, the podcast where we bring you real stories, real experience, and real insights from vet students at University Malaysia Kelantan. I'm Katong, and I'm not alone. Joining me today are my amazing PC team, Savi, Raga, and Rylan. Say hi guys!
Hi.
In this podcast, we'll be chatting with vet students from UMK, diving into their journey, challenges, and what it's really like to study veterinary medicine here. If you're thinking of joining FPV UMK or just curious about vet school life, you're in the right place. Now, for our very first episode, we have a special guest, Karina Sofia binti Raslan, but you can call her Nene. She's a first-year vet student, and she's here to spill all the details about her experiences so far. Nene, welcome to the show. How are you feeling today?
Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be here and I'm doing just good. How are you?
Yeah, we're good. We're so happy to have you today. And let's jump right in. Nene, what inspired you to choose veterinary medicine, and how was your first year met your expectations so far?
So one of the reasons why I joined UMK's vet program in the first place is because I did attend a talk by Dr. Mushida in my matriculation year, and the way she explained about the facilities UMK offers in the vet faculty, and just the way she explained that vet life was actually so much fun, and I was also a senior that joined the interview that day. So she really talked about how it is actually very underrated vet program in UMK. So I just had to try it out myself, and Alhamdulillah I got it. And I would say that it exceeded my expectations because I really thought that it would be maybe like secluded, but no, I feel like my social life has definitely improved, and so far I am really enjoying it here.
So I would like to take on the next question, which I was wondering about. Since we have been going through many different types of education, how does vet medicine education compares with others, and how do you think of the education system here?
So far, I feel like the way UMK arranged our faculty subjects and everything is actually very organized so far, and I feel like it definitely exceeded my expectations because maybe I had this like image in my mind that vet would be very very stressful. Even though yes, I would admit that my first year is a bit hectic, but it's not something that you cannot cope with. It's something that is normal, and it's part of parcel of living in life. You have to go through struggles to get to the top, and I feel like so far the program itself is actually very very good.
And I would like to ask God, what aspects of student life or academics surprise you the most?
I feel like what surprised me the most is the lecturers and the doctors themselves, because I feel like I didn't expect them to be very friendly. Maybe I thought that they'll be more uptight and sensitive or something, but no, actually I'm having a lot of fun with the lecturers. They're not that strict, but also the way they interact with students is actually very important for me, and so far I'm really liking the way they're treating us.
That's really good to hear. So, what has been the most memorable experience or challenging experience you faced in your first year of vet school?
So I feel like the most memorable will be the rotation week in Cartel. I really enjoy playing with the cats and dogs there, and actually being in a learning environment, it helps with like looking at them. And now that we're learning subjects like anatomy and everything, we actually get to see physically the animals in our own eyes. But the most challenging would be the OSPE week. Oh my god. I I cannot even explain how I was very shocked to see the papers, but of course, there's a first time for everything, and I guess that now that I already experienced it, I would definitely be way more prepared for the next one. So, all the best for the next OSPE.
So since being a wet student is quite tough, may I know God what study habits or resources that help you to adjust the challenges you face?
So, about study habits and resources, I feel like one of the best things about VET right now is because we have so many ebooks online, we make it easy, and even our lecturers give very, very good ebooks for us to refer to. Like study habits would be like, I feel like compared to my matriculation years, what I've been doing this year more is like consistently studying, because you cannot skip a day, because if not the knowledge will literally go right out of your head. So being consistent is very important for me, so that has definitely taught me to be more disciplined in vet.
Wow, honestly, I never did that in my first year. I don't study every day, but it's a good habit you have. So for first year students that's future first year students that's coming in, what skills or qualities that you think they should develop early on?
So during my first week of vet, we had this program where we had mentor mentee, right? And my
Yes.
mentor was Dr. Hidayah, and she specifically told us that having passion for animals is not enough to go through 5 years of studying. Like, and I feel like if you really want to be a vet, you should definitely know what you're up against, because maybe I did not do that much research on it early on. So I would definitely suggest you to actually do your research about the subjects you're learning, the environment, and everything. So for future first year students, please make sure you actually know what you're getting yourself into and not do it just on impulse. So I really advise the first years to study ahead, maybe like do the like expect the subjects that you're learning, so that you're not that culture shock when you enter the vet med itself.
Oh, and do you got any additional advice for them to study in Kelantan, I mean UMK, instead of the course or subject?
So my advice is definitely like what I said just now, is to know what you're up against and make sure that you do proper research on the course you're taking, because the course you take, it will literally be your life for 5 years. And if you are not ready to, if you're not mentally prepared to go through 5 years of vet med, I suggest you don't take it. But if you are really passionate about it and you're really willing to sacrifice your 5 years into making the world a better place by helping animals, hand my hand. So I feel like you should definitely take this course. So far, I have nothing bad to say about this course. Just maybe it's a little bit stressful, but with the right support system, family, friends, partners, and whatsoever, you can actually go through 5 years. Like it's not that hard. Maybe it sounds long, but this whole semester, I feel like I've only been here for 1 month. Like it's very, very fast. So do not worry. Just live your life and do the best.
Totally understandable, because like one my first year went like lightning for me. I don't even know where the time went, you know. Yeah. But then the another question for me is that, have you participated in any extracurricular activities in UMK, and or like activities, club, event, and how have they contributed to your experience?
So I did so far I'm not in any club in veterinary medicine. I am in the debate club in UMK, and that is tied to the subject we are learning for communications in our first year, in our first semester. So like the Sir Alif reached out to me asking me to try out for the debate team, and I did. And honestly the debate club has been very supportive about this whole veterinary medicine. Like they understand that we have yeah, we are more busy compared to other students. But I feel like entering extracurricular activities is actually very important to have a social life. Like you cannot be 90% of the time studying all the time. You have to have a break. And by and interacting with other people will really help with the stress.
Oh
Yeah, it's
wow.
very true, Amy. Yeah, okay. Now, okay. So, a very common question. You know, we have been all of these studies. What's the most hardest subject? I know all of us will say, oh, everything is very hard. Everything is very hard. But if you can pinpoint one and why,
This question is very easy. The hardest subject is histology. Oh my god. I feel like maybe it's the hardest subject because we have never learned it before. Like subjects like biochemistry, physiology, maybe we have heard of it before, in like in matriculation years, SPM years, but histology? Whoa, I have never had to look at cells for that long in my entire life. Okay. So definitely is the hardest subject, but nothing is impossible. We can definitely start learning, and I am definitely buckling up for this exam for histology because, God help me.
No worries, Nene. I'm sure you are doing fine for this OSP. Sure, like it's like really an engaging experience when we are looking into the microscope, and how it really like train, so what students should never be colorblind. We can go for the interview session, and we still need to do a color blind test. I get it why it's really important now. And after listening to all your amazing experience, here's the last question for you. What do you wish you had known before starting your first year of vet school in UMK?
One of the things I wish I knew is the subjects I was actually getting into. Like I had the list of the subjects I was doing, but I've never really did research on it, on like what I was expecting. Like I did hear that everyone said that the first semester, the first year will be the hardest year for us to adapt, but I didn't take it seriously until I experienced it now. So I really wish I knew how I need to learn to manage my time and be disciplined in studying, because I feel like if there's a day I go by not studying, I will forget it. And in the end, I feel like I cannot answer anything in class. I will look very clueless, and I do not like that. I like to be very like well versed on what I'm learning. So maybe I wish I knew how disciplined I had to be to take vet med in the first place.
All right, thank you so much, Nene. And that's a wrap for our very first episode of season 4 IVSA Kelantan. Listen up. A huge thank you to Nene for sharing her experience and insights with us today. Give her a big applause. And of course, thanks to you, our amazing listeners, for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow us for more awesome conversations with wet students from UMK. Got questions or topics you want us to cover? Let us know. Until next time, keep chasing your wet dreams. Stay curious and remember, listen up because every wet student has a story to tell. Thank you.